our fabric has been folded into two. We have both the front and the back bodies separately, and also we have our doll face material. You could use dusters to carry out this task: doll face, shiny face, any material at all, even crepe. So we will simply use our doll face material to do our build-up collar. Also on the pocket side, we put it on the pocket side and also on the sleeve area. I went ahead and drew a straight line. This will serve as our starting point. So all the way from our starting point, I came down to take our full length of the gown. So the full length of the gown is 60 inches. That is 58 inches is the actual measurement plus 2 inches for hemming at the lower area. So the shoulder is 8 inches. And also the rest of the material is 8 inches. Starting from where I notched I shot down the shoulder, that will serve as our sleeve. So what we have there is 8 inches. At the sleeve area, we're going to add our doll face material, which is 2 inches to make it up to 10. So here is the doll face we are going to use to add to our sleeve area. So what I will do next now is to measure out the width and the neck area. So the width of our neck is 3.5 inches, while the depth for the back is 1 inch. So I'll mark it out. For now, I'm only going to concentrate on the back neckline. We are going to cut the back, after which we'll remove the back bodies and work on the front neckline, because we have both the front bodies and back bodies together. So all the way from our shoulder slant, I came down 1 inch for the shoulder slant. So I'll connect it all the way to the neckline. So all the way from the shoulder, I came down to 16 inches for the waist length. Then all the way from the waist length, I came down 8 inches for the hip length as well. All the way from the waist measurement, 8 inches for my client's hip length. So that's it. So at the hip measurement or hip area, my client's hip measurement is 44 inches. 44 divided by 4, we have 11 inches. I marked down 11 inches. And I went ahead and added 3 extra inches. Now for the sleeve measurement, all the way from the shoulder slant, I came down to 12 inches. 12 inches for the sleeve opening. And I chalk it out. So what I did next was to connect it all the way from the extra 3 inches I added on the measurement, on our hip measurement. I connected it all the way up to the armhole. So from that point, I came in 1 inch at the armhole area in order to make it free. So I'll curve it out to give it a curvy shape all the way from that angle. So that's that. So that's how I'm going to cut it. So I will take it all the way down to the hem of the gown. So guys, if you have watched to this point and you are yet to subscribe, please click on that red button, okay? And also click on notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Also, like, share the video to your friends and well wishers. Thank you so much, guys. So here we have our starting point, our neckline, the back neckline, both the front, the width and the depth. So what I'm going to do now to cut, after which I cut the back, I'll now work on the front. So let's watch as I cut. The shoulder area, the armhole area, both the waist and the hip, all the way down to the hem of the gown. So what I will do next is to remove the back bodies, and now work upon the front bodies. So on these front bodies, all we are going to do now is to work on the neck, the front neck. We are going to look for the depth. Remember our width is 3.5. So for the front, the depth will be 9 inches. So all the way from the neck, I came down to 9 inches in length. You could make yours to be 8 inches, 7 inches, 9 or even 10, depending on your preference. So for my client, neck depth is 9 inches. So I went ahead and made it a straight line all the way from the neck line width. So I will curve it to meet to the 9 inches. So that's that. So I went ahead and cut it out. Yeah, but remember from the beginning of our tutorial, we sampled the style we are going to make. It's going to have a long stripe all the way from that point to the hem of the gown. So I came in 1 inch. It depends on the wideness of your stripe. So for this, I want to use 1 inch for my stripe. So I came in 1 inch all the way from that point. So I measured that 1 inch all the way down to the hem of the gown. So I'll keep taking it 1 inch all the way down. So that's it. So what next I will do is to cut it out all the way from that 1 inch which I've measured out, all the way from that 1 inch. So I'm going to connect it from this point all the way down. But before that, I'll connect it to the neckline. From that point to the neckline. Here we go. So what next I will do is to cut it out from the neckline, following that straight line I've drawn all the way down to the hem of the gown. So that's it. So now we have our two bodies for the front. The two sides is being divided into two now. So we're going to use this doll face to embellish it. We are going to replace back our 1 inch that we have cut out. But because we are going to join the doll face to the fabric, I'm going to add 1/2 inch for the long strip I'm going to cut. So altogether, what we are going to cut from the doll face is 1.5 inches. So we have two sides for our front bodies and we have our back bodies. So what I will do next is to join to the shoulders, the two sides of the front bodies against the back bodies. I'm going to stitch it on the shoulders. Now that I'm done stitching, I've joined it to the shoulder. What I will do next is I will look for the center point on the back neckline. I folded it just the way you see me doing it. Folded it shoulder to shoulder. Then I'm going to give it a notch at the back neckline. So all the way from our back neck, where we gave the notch, I'm going to measure it. I'll take the measurement all the way down, just one side. Remember, we are just taking the measurement of one side of the gown. Just the way you see me doing it, I'll take the measurement all the way down to the hem of the gown. So what I got was 65 inches. Remember, it's just one side of from the back neckline we measured that. So what it means is that I'm going to multiply it into 2. Altogether, what we have is 130 inches for both sides. But I will go ahead and add 4 extra inches on the measurement, whereby we'll be having 134 inches altogether. So by the time I'm going to stitch it all the way around, I will have excess. It's always good to be in excess than for you to have a short fall of the actual measurement. I'll go ahead now and measure out the long strip. of 134 inches. So I'll do that now and show us. Well, remember, after joining our fabric, and we have given it a notch at the back neckline. So here is where we notch on the fabric, and we've measured out all the way down to the hem of the gown. So here is our long strip. I've cut it out. It's been folded into two. Yes, just the way you see me do. Then I've measured out 1.5 wideness, and I've went ahead and joined it because we measured out, remember we measured out one side and we multiplied it into two. So at this point I've closed it. That is where I joined the two sides. So starting from that point, the closed area, I'm going to place it right directly on the notched back neckline. Yes, just the way you see me doing it. I'll place it. Remember, it's on the right side of the fabric. So I'll close it all the way down to the hem of the gown, on both sides. After closing on one side, I'll do the same on the other side. Also remember, like I said before, we're going to have pockets, and I've went ahead and cut our pockets 11 inches in length and 9 inches in wideness. So I'm going to place it right on the front bodice, and at the same time I will use doll face to beautify the pocket right in front. So I've placed our bodice, a front bodice. So I want to demonstrate how I'm going to stitch on our pocket right from the front bodice. So all the way from the shoulder, I came down 17 inches in length. So I'll go ahead and shock it out. From this shocked air point, that is exactly the place our pocket will be placed. So remember, I'm doing that only on the front bodice, not on the back. So I'll shock it out. While doing this, make sure you use a visible shock. So I'll also do the same on the other side, all the way from the shoulder, 17 inches down, the same line. So I went ahead to confirm the other side. So once done, what I'll do next is to place our pocket right on that point. So I went ahead and straighten it out, taking note on only the front bodice. So here we have our front bodice being laid out on the table. So now for the wideness or the space where to put the pocket, I went ahead and shook it out all the way from the center point and also the side. So I'm going to use this doll face to beautify our pocket right on the front. So what I did next was to measure out the wideness after being folded the doll face into two. So I measured out 2 inches. So So I'm going to use this and place on our pocket. And at the same time, I went ahead and cut out a long strip for our sleeve. Remember, from the beginning of our tutorial, I said we are going to add 2 inches on the sleeve to make it up to 10 inches. So I went ahead and cut out 2.5 inches. Half inch will be for joining at the sleeve area. Just the way you see me doing it, we have 2.5 inches of our doll face material. So we are going to place it right on that sleeve opening. So now I will put the pocket. I'm going to fix our pocket and at the same time fix our sleeve. I'll go ahead and do that and show us the final look of our kaftan gown. Here we have our kaftan gown. See how beautiful it is. So thank you so much for watching to this point.